ranked team going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. The Jayhawks will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense comes onto the field first today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Now the play fake. Unloads it left. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So Kansas offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Marshall. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. He'll get rid of it. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it in stride at the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This is is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Under fire. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Jayhawks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the...
Touchdown, right choke, Jayhawk. Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
You get down here on this part of the field, and the field shrinks so much. You play so aggressive, and you're playing all eyeballs on the run, and a nice sleight of hand by the offense. Bring out the play action. He hits his guy right behind where the guys are supposed to be. They come up to play the run, out of position, touchdown for the offense.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. That's caught. It's Sategna. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Sooners line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself, fighting off the defender. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to the ground game on the left. Inside the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Maryland. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. Got a man. It's Hayes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They'll run the screen. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. And we'll start the 2nd quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. And his slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The give to Davis. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive units.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 35. He's loose. The 20. slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Oklahoma 24, Kansas 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down. How about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and it's just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now. And you've got the deep.
It's a running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Jayhawks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Got a man, it's Price. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial third down on this drive. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Fires to the big fella. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They just keep firing. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
And the Jayhawks are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Makes the catch, it's Price. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Price. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. He caught it. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And we've got a shootout.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kearney. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
Skips away from pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He wants to go deep. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Kent. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Makes the grab, it's Kent. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
From deep in their own end, they'll throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Bringing the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He slings it deep to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence.
The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anything. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half and say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! Let's go!
Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Price. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Got the quick pass. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Sooners are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gonna take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Courtney. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That's caught. It's Courtney. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Complete to the left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And the Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Kansas, 28.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And what a great job by the linebacker that time. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, sitting in zone coverage. QB stared his target down. Not only does he pick it off, but he shows you the athleticism, taking it back all the way for a touchdown.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. But I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt.
He's looking deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Kansas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Alabama went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Jaguars. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Flips it out in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Back to pass on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Sooners need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll heave it deep. He's got it along the sideline. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Rides the back and leaves it. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, this guy has had a day to remember, putting up outstanding numbers in this one, and he is still piling on in the fourth quarter, breaking off some beautiful runs. This defense has not had an answer for him all game long.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him. All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass out.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Throwing right. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Time to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And a nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
The kick is on its way. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind.
Brings it in down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Looking downfield, it's Marshall. With the catch, it's Hayes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He unleashes a long one. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. Using his feet to buy time. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the 4th quarter. Nice execution by this defense. And this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Here's a heat. Looking for a big gain. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He's knocked down, but
tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Mark Jayhawk. And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Price. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. The sure hands. It's Courtney. The Sooners need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. To the air, it's Hawkins. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy.
And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put them in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual